We travel a lot, and recently we've been thinking about how we can add more purpose to our travels.
What's up, Convention? It's day 15 of the Guatemala travel series. This morning we're going to Habitanango. Afterwards we're going to Spanish school.
Just the perfect amount of time before Spanish lessons at 2 o'clock this afternoon to run up to Habitanango, which is an attraction close by Antigua. I'm not really sure how to explain it because I don't really understand fully what it is, but we're going to go check it out. So let's go. Habitanango is about a 15-minute ride away from Antigua and costs us about $10 in a taxi to get there. We were slightly unprepared for how chilly it was up there.
Yeah.
And now you're warm.
And now I have a giant pocket, but it doesn't go to the other side. Look, mine does.
Oh, you look cozy, guys. Once you pay admission, you actually have to take a shuttle up to the Habitanango Park. The ride up felt like being on a roller coaster. So you're probably thinking, what the heck is Habitanango? Habitanango is a beautiful property high up in the mountains nearby Antigua with an eco-hotel, avocado farm, photo opportunities, and much more to be explored.
Get it, baby. Grab the rope. Pick the rope up, my man.
Woo! So exciting. Are you weirdo? Why would you slide down like that? There are tons of fun features to play on, and it's a great stop for families traveling with kids. We're here at the Habitanango. We read online we only need 2 or 3 hours to see it, and that's probably true. You could probably spend a whole day here, but it rained last night and everything's really wet right now. So a lot of the stuff is muddy and hard to use, like the playground equipment, the trampoline. So we're making the most of it, but maybe if you are going to plan to come here on your trip, plan a dry day. Entry into the park cost 50 quetzales for the adults and 30 quetzales for the kids.
Oh, man.
This Lord of the Rings inspired property is famous for its cutesy little hobbit houses across the property and epic photo opportunities. To be honest, there's not that much to do there other than just kind of wander around, take pictures, and let your kids play. But there are some pretty incredible views of the Pancho Valley below. Hello, Mr. Hobbit. Show me your house, please. Wow, Izzy, your house is just lovely.
Bigger than my finger, right?
There's so much jade in this country. We tried to negotiate on a pair of earrings for me, well, 3 sets because I have 3 holes on each side, at the Jade Factory, one of the bigger places there in town the other day, and it was super expensive. We said no and walked away because they couldn't do any kind of negotiation, and Scott went and read about it online afterwards and discovered it was quite expensive.
Homemade. Home welded.
Okay, let's see it.
The accent they're throwing to the wood.
Oh, I'm throwing the
Yeah,
wood?
they throw it on the arrows.
Oh, I was excited.
You can do it with the arrow after.
Yeah, on the arrows.
Oh, that's scary. As for the adults, we got to try axe throwing for the first time, and we also got to shoot a recurve bow and arrow. Woo! I could do it.
You have 2 more, Mom. In the middle. Keep an eye on the ball.
Nice.
Keep the eye on.
Yeah, mama. Nice. Throw one axe. Throw one axe.
I did okay with the bow and arrow, but the axe throwing was totally foreign to me. Dick, right?
Yeah.
Good job.
Perhaps the most famous spot here is the giant hand that hangs out over the valley.
Maybe those 2 hands. Is a human body. So
You think? There's typically a line to take your picture on the hand, so get here early. There is a restaurant and coffee shop on site, but we didn't have the chance to eat there. We were on a tight timetable before we headed back to Spanish school. You like Habitanango? Is it worth the visit for our friends and family who are going to visit Guatemala?
Yeah, it was a surprisingly quick trip up here too. I thought it was going to be a little bit farther from Antigua, but it was really cheap. It was like about $10 in a taxi to get up here. And it is a fun way to run around with the kids. They're going to love it here. They're going to think about this place when they go home.
And back in the little weird bus thing. Oh, you got some peanuts?
We call them cacahuates.
Fourth and last day of Spanish school. We liked it so much we added an extra day. Oh my goodness, they were ready for you. Listos.
After we got back from Habitanango, we headed to La Union Spanish School. We did lessons with our teachers.
Quetzaltenango, lugar de quetzales.
¿Qué es quetzales?
Quetzal, ajá. Y quetzal es nuestra ave nacional.
Nuestra ave nacional.
Hola amigos, me llamo Cassidy y ahora yo soy en escuela de español en Antigua, Guatemala, se llaman La Union.
Then we go on a field trip.
We just left Spanish class at La Union to go on our experience of the day with them. Today we are going on a farm volunteer experience with La Union, so we're excited to check it out. Gracias. Go on now. Eco Farms is located in the small town of San Felipe, just outside of Antigua. This is a community-focused education center that focuses on sustainability.
Nosotros el proyecto empezó en el 2011, ¿verdad? Empezamos a sembrar con las técnicas de los mayas. Entonces se usa la geometría sagrada, se siembra en espiral y el ciclo de la luna.
Even though Emilio only started this project in 2011, he's using the wisdom of the ancient Mayans.
They made that out of bicycle tires. 5-acre parcel that is almost entirely self-sustaining, and their primary mission here is to educate the community about agriculture and sustainability using Mayan techniques. So they studied the ancient wisdom of the Mayans before beginning this project and have kind of intertwined the ancient wisdom with modern technologies to create something sustainable and very useful to the community. Like I said, their primary mission is education, so they do a lot of workshops on sustainability as well as like recycling, composting, and whatnot, mostly for kids, teenagers, and then the women in the local community.
Know how to separate the organic waste, how to turn it into compost. They don't have time or the space, then we have the community compost bin so people can bring their compost here.
Oh, great.
Organic material. The rest of the garbage we classify, we teach people how to classify it and then how to produce from the garbage.
They can sell these recycled planters for about $5.
I bet the yellow giant kitty that we saw with a mommy kitty is this guy.
Yeah, this one's baby Pantera. Can you say hola Pantera?
Hola, Pantera. There's tons of puppies and kitties here. Daddy, smell your butt.
So that's a blessing because it's 5 acres.
All the carpentry is made on site. It's part of them being self-sustaining, and the goal is to have an outdoor food court. So they have multiple food options to support the local community. These are some examples of the things they've made on site with the pallets they get for free. All these tiles broke or chipped at tile companies and were considered trash. And so this place, Eco Farms, reuses all sorts of trash to recycle here on site, including this entire beautiful floor made out of chipped tiles.
So we use a great dignity, and then use garbage.
If they would have sold this piece of wood for firewood, they would have gotten $1 or $2 for it, but by carving a design into it, they can sell it for closer to $25. They teach workshops on how to create sellable products from recycled goods so the people in the community can find things and turn it into something sellable. It helps their income, it helps give them work in the community, and it creates something beautiful out of trash.
To the restaurants for the smoothies and the different dishes. Muchas alfombras, they do a lot of rugs. and it has a really high demand.
The passion fruit plant is special because it provides food, passion fruit. The leaves can be used for like an herbal tea for people who are having like a stress problem, and the flowers are in high demand in the flower shop, so it's a triple threat plant here at Eco Farms. Eco Farms offers volunteer opportunities for foreigners. You can come in for the day, and exchange you'll receive fresh fruit and vegetables from their organic pesticide-free farm. You can take the yoga classes they offer here, the different English classes, Spanish classes, woodworking classes, Mayan herbal medicinal classes, learn about how to sync your body with the moon cycle to maximize the effects of the things you're taking in. You get all of this if you want to come here and volunteer. Right now there's not accommodations on site, but it is in the plan for the next year to be building a eco hostel and bamboo dorms with all the bamboo that they also grow here on site. Emilio's goal is to empower the local communities. They've got this aquaponics set up with 150 tilapia right now, but they're trying to add more, and then they want to go into some of the surrounding communities and set up aquaponic systems so that the communities can use it to harvest their own food supply.
So the water comes up and then comes here with the poo of the fish and the tero. So that's the fertilizer for the plants. It's a more moving education, it's more alternative. So we teach them permaculture, astronomy, medicinal plants, cooking classes, nutrition classes, first aid, survival skills, a lot of sports, outdoor activities. So it's more useful stuff for your daily life. So for example, the math class, it's in the carpentry. So we teach them how to make a wooden box. They learn carpentry skills, but they also learn the measurements and the hands-on.
2019, they had one classroom with 10 students, and after the pandemic happened, a lot of kids stopped going to school, and the parents wanted a more consistent educational program, so they put their kids here, and now here in 2022, there are 4 classrooms with 4 kids, and it's growing like crazy. Educational programs like this where they teach practical skills. So for math class, they're teaching carpentry, they have to do all the measurements and all the math behind making things.
We're setting up our first eco fashion show next year, and the importance of having your biodiversity. I was talking before, the more biodiversity you have on top, the more products for eating and selling. But here underground, it's more connection. It's like a network, it's like an internet.
Amazing mycelium connections.
So they have a pretty superficial roots, but they expand in a big territory.
Spiral crop planting, just like the Mayans did. This whole house behind me is for mushrooms. They're remodeling right now because they had a really tough wet season, but you can see they're growing some oyster mushrooms here. These sacks are stuffed with like corn husks and oats and other natural materials, and that's the food for the mushrooms. Mushrooms are a big deal around here. Emilio let us know that if you do want to sign your kids up for some time here at Eco Farms just outside of Antigua, Guatemala, they have daily rates, weekly rates, and monthly rates. Feel free to just reach him out on Facebook or Instagram to Emilio at Eco Farms, and he'd be happy to send you the rates and the paperwork for signing your kids up here no matter how much time you have in Antigua.
Squeeze it and then you smell it. So it doesn't have a fruit, you don't know what type of tree it is. Then you squeeze it, you smell it, and that it will tell you what type of tree
Wow.
it is, Now we made out of the recycled tires and the paint cans, That was sacred towel for the Mayan civilization. It represents a symbol of wisdom.
We teach people how to make eco bricks for landscaping so they don't have to go to the store and buy real bricks. These ones are plastic bottles stuffed with like chips wrappers and other food wrappers that you just find out in the street or find in your trash can, but instead they are recycling it and landscaping with it. Yoga classes, Tai Chi classes, Zumba classes, volleyball tournaments, everything right here at Eco Farms. Emilio has taught us a piece of Mayan wisdom. Everything in life flows in spirals, both in the visible world and in the invisible world. In the visible world, he is referring to plant growth, hurricanes, moon cycles, galaxies. And in the invisible world, there are spirals shown in atoms and in DNA, in frequencies, and even in the energy that you can't see.
Eco Farms is a beautiful place.
So the Mayans did everything in spirals. They actually had 23 calendars, 22 physical calendars, like from the cosmos and different things, and one non-visible calendar for the energy, and they tracked 23 calendars every single day. Emilio is shocked that today we're only tracking with one calendar. For anyone who's interested in volunteering here at Eco Farms, he is in dire need of some help with social media, video marketing, and web design. So if you have any technological skills and you want to come stay here in Antigua, he'd be happy to trade some fruit, some veggies, some mushrooms, and of course some time here at this beautiful, beautiful property. So if you have any of those skills, please, please, please reach out on Instagram or Facebook to Emilio here at Eco Farms. I'll put the link in the description below. They have this set up for calisthenics. There's a huge focus on health here, not just with the food you eat, but with the exercise. They do climbing programs for the kids and teenagers here at this climbing wall. And there's just a beautiful play area made of mostly recycled materials for all the little ones. Go Plaza, this is where they sell their goods and also like co-op with other people from the community who are able to come and sell the creations that they make here.
We did from all the plastic bottles people throw in the street, we turn it into planters.
Great.
And we sell them in those.
Just finished remodeling this portion here where they're harvesting every single day for salads, smoothies, mushroom burritos, everything vegan, vegetarian right here at this one, from freshly daily harvested things from right here on this property. Eco-friendly car wash using only sustainable products. They provide jobs to teenagers in the community right here washing cars in their parking lot. A work in progress here at Eco Farms is the future ceramic workshop. They're bringing mud from up in the mountains and they're moving it here to create ceramic pieces. They have the ovens and the machinery. They're just finishing building out the space for it, and that'll be another thing that they can provide workshops on for the local community to give them a trade and a sellable product. Their plans here at this parcel include a pool for swimming lessons. They already have the hut for where they do the yoga classes, so they're going to put a pool next to that. Next to that, they're doing a tent mezcal, which is like a traditional Mayan sauna, and then on the other side they already do a little bit of CrossFit training. You can see the tires here, but they're gonna continue to build out the gym a little bit more. They focus a lot on the development of the human body here and just putting yourself in peak health. Eco Farms is a beautiful property with an incredible mission.
Don't miss it when you visit. There's pepper fries, so I'm just eating these because I'm not feeling real hungry. Are they hot, Dad? That's it for today, Conventionalists. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, keep exploring life out of the box. Bye.